Butter chicken, the crown jewel of British Indian curries. If ever there was a dish worthy of being the headliner for National Curry Week, this is surely one of the most beloved dishes in homes up and down the UK. Welcome back to Burmawala Kitchen. We begin with marinating 500 grams of chicken breast cut into perfect tikka-sized pieces. Into the bowl goes a teaspoon of salt, a pinch of black pepper for a bit of warmth, a tablespoon of dazzling Kashmiri red chilli powder, a teaspoon of golden turmeric, and a teaspoon of aromatic garam masala. Next, I'm adding a tablespoon of our trusty dhania jeera, coriander and cumin powder, along with a tablespoon each of fresh ginger and garlic paste. To bind it all together, we drizzle in 2 tablespoons of oil, followed by 3 heaping tablespoons of thick, creamy yogurt. And now we mix. And just like that, the magic begins. Ideally, you'd let this marinate for an hour, but if you're really on the ball, give it a full 24 hours. Patience rewards you here. While our chicken luxuriates in its spicy bath, we turn our attention to the onions. No need for anything fancy. Just a rough chop of 1 medium onion will do. After all, it'll all be blended into a silky sauce later, so let's not get too fussy. Now for the chicken tikka. Traditionally, this would be cooked in a tandoor, but as much as we'd love to have one in the kitchen, we're using the next best thing, our trusty oven. Preheat your oven to its highest possible temperature. Preheating is key here. We want to seal in those glorious juices the moment the chicken hits the heat. Mine is roaring away at 240 degrees C, and the chicken will cook for about 12 minutes, just enough to get that perfect charred edge. Whilst our tikka is roasting away, it's time to create that legendary butter chicken sauce. Into a pan over medium heat, I'm adding a 1/4 cup of oil and, naturally, 100 grams of butter. It's called butter chicken for a reason after all. The butter brings richness and depth, while the oil ensures it doesn't burn. Once the oil is shimmering, in go the onions. Fry them gently for about 8 minutes until they're soft and translucent. We don't need caramelization here, just that soft golden glow. As the onions work their charm, I quickly chop 500 grams of juicy tomatoes. These little beauties will bring sweetness and a rich, deep red color to the sauce. Once the onions are ready, it's time to turn up the flavor. In goes a tablespoon each of garlic and ginger paste, followed by a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of garam masala, and 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri red chilli powder. Instantly, the pan comes alive with the most vibrant red hue, a color that promises boldness and warmth. Let everything cook together for about 30 seconds, just enough to release those aromatic oils and start layering the flavors. Now the tomatoes join the party. We'll cook them on medium-high heat for about 5 minutes, stirring constantly to soften them up and release their natural sweetness. As you stir, you can almost taste the richness building, layer by layer. After 5 minutes, in go 50 grams of cashews. These will give the sauce that luxurious creaminess butter chicken is famous for. After mixing them in, we let it all simmer gently until the oil rises to the surface, our signal that the base is ready for blending. Once the oil has risen and the mixture has cooled slightly, out comes the trusty stick blender. Blitz everything into a smooth, velvety sauce. No lumps here. We want a perfectly rich and creamy consistency. The sauce is now looking utterly irresistible. By now, our chicken tikka has emerged from the oven, beautifully charred as if it had been kissed by the flames of a tandoor. It's ready to be submerged in that glorious sauce. In they go one by one, each piece of chicken wrapping itself in the rich, buttery goodness. To take things up a notch, we pour in 200 milliliters of double cream. Yes, we're really going all out on the indulgence. I'm adding a tablespoon of sugar And to complete the authentic butter chicken experience, we crumble in 2 tablespoons of kasuri methi. This is the secret to that distinctive restaurant flavor. Give it all a gentle stir, allowing the cream and spices to meld beautifully. Bring the sauce to a gentle boil, then cover and let it simmer for 5 more minutes. Just enough time for the flavors to fully infuse. And there you have it, butter chicken in all its decadent buttery glory. The final flourish, a sprinkle of more kasuri methi and a handful of freshly chopped coriander to brighten it up. The sauce is creamy, smooth and fragrant, just begging to be scooped up with some naan or roti. This dish is the very essence of comfort food, beloved by young and old alike. Its vibrant colors and creamy texture make it a showstopper at any dinner table, yet it's so easy to make from scratch. Skip the takeaway tonight. This homemade version will make you wonder why you ever ordered out. Now, let's not forget why we're here. We're celebrating National Curry Week, a glorious time to pay homage to the rich tapestry of curry culture in Britain. From humble home kitchens to the finest curry houses, the curry is a national treasure, and butter chicken, with its velvety sauce and tender morsels, is the perfect dish to highlight the week. National Curry Week is all about bringing people together, sharing stories, and savouring the flavours that have become part of British life. Here at Burmawala Kitchen, we're marking the occasion by showcasing some of the most loved curries and encouraging you to get involved at home. So why not whip up a pot of butter chicken this week? Share it with your family, your friends, or even just yourself. It's a celebration of flavour, tradition, and community. Let us know how you're celebrating National Curry Week and what curries you're enjoying. Leave us a comment, share your stories, and let's make this week one to remember. Thank you once again for joining us here at Burmawala Kitchen. Be sure to check the description below for all the recipes and equipment used in today's video. I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment with your thoughts, requests, and feedback. Your input fuels our culinary journey. Happy cooking from Burmawala Kitchen.